Jimmy. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are you done playing your Call of Duty or whatever? Because I've got a different genre of games to tell you about, okay? Sorry. You're probably not playing Call of Duty, and your name probably isn't even Jimmy. But anyways, to introduce you to this genre of games, I'm going to go all the way back to 1999, okay? So hold on to your pants or hold on to something, okay? Because we're going. Okay, at the end of the 20th century, a game developing studio named Bohemia Interactive was created, being the cute little baby of Marek Spaniel. No, that name is definitely not American, which is why I probably butchered it beyond belief. I'm sorry, okay. How do you pronounce that name? Oh, Marek Spaniel. Okay. Now, our pal Marek wanted his child of his to go far, so their first game was a big leap into the unknown. Operation Flashpoint was conceived by Marek's daughter company in 2000. Alright, I'm going to stop using the offspring analogy now. The game had very little to compare with other games that had come before it. It takes place in 1985 and pits the Americans against the Russians, giving the player a whole slew of vehicles, weapons, and men to do so. It includes a campaign that contains some missions already built for you, but the game encourages you to make your own scenarios, and wants to make you feel like a tactical mastermind when in fact you're probably a child screaming at your Linux screen from inside your basement. It was almost like the game had given you a bunch of cool action figures and said, hey, make them fight or something, I don't know. It's all left to the player's hands, and that's what's super cool about it. Alright, what I'm trying to say is, this game was a blessing, okay? Because it started a genre of games now known as military simulator games, or MILSIM games, as some people might call it. Why are MILSIM games a blessing, you may ask?
One is down.
MILSIM games bring a lot of things to the table. First, they bring creativity. Now, games in the MILSIM genre have different levels of creativity, but creativity is still a big deal. The Arma series lets you create your own scenario and lets you choose how you want to tackle it, with or without fellow players. Let's say your goal is to, destroy the enemy's communication station, alright? Do you want to lead a group of tanks to the objective, barreling through the opposition and blowing the station to kingdom come? You can do that.
Right.
Do you want to move in as a stealth unit, eliminating the tangos quietly and effectively and getting out without a fuss? You can do that.
Man is history.
Do you want to, let's say, send a plane over the area and obliterate the objective with so many explosives that the fancy computer you're playing on melts into your desk? Well, you can do that too. Do you want to send a whole division to the area and swarm the place with lodges, aircraft, armored support, and infantry in an all-out battle that might cause your PC to kick the bucket? You can do that.
11 o'clock. Enemy BMP 100. 3. Cease fire.
The point is, it's all up to you. Secondly, this genre of games leans heavily towards realism. It's called a military simulator. What did you expect? Bullets are fast, but not instantaneous. At longer distances, they take a little more time to travel. Don't forget to reload. As much fun as Doom is, this isn't Doom, trust me. Where your firearm has infinite storing capabilities, no, this is not it. You shouldn't reload after popping only a few shots either. What, do you think that those remaining bullets are going to magically relocate into your next magazine like Call of Duty or something? No, that's not how this works. Only a few shots can kill you. Most of the time, it takes just one, actually. You can't tend to the wounds of a downed teammate if you don't have the supplies. And you can run out of those pretty quickly if the mission is going poorly. Some Milsim games, like the Arma series, even have the option to turn on realistic flying parameters. That means you can't spin too long or take too fast of a turn, because if you do, the G-force is going to kill you. And you're going to be pulling out maps a lot in these games because real soldiers, they don't have individual magical radars that tell them where to go and where the hostiles are and all that. You're going to have to mark stuff down on the map, send drones for reconnaissance, and use your compass in conjunction with your map to know where to go and call out enemy positions. You're going to look at that map, not because you like it, but because your survival depends on it. Maybe through that you'll grow to like it, I don't know. Fantastical invisibility cloak technology? Nope, that's nothing, at least not yet, and at the very least, isn't given to the general army. You're going to have to put on a ghillie suit instead. Does it look stupid? Yes. Is it helpful? Absolutely. The maps in these Milsim games span for literally miles. It's not a condensed area at all like in most shooters. Your first job will be to actually get to the objective, which can take some time. It might be just you and your squad sitting in a vehicle or aircraft for several minutes. You can use that time to discuss a plan, or just goof off. It's your choice. Believe it or not, it takes more than one guy to operate an actual tank to the fullest of its potential. You won't be able to do it on your own like some Halo mission or whatever. You'll need a co-pilot. But this does bring me to the final and greatest blessing that Milsims offer. Military simulators are built in such a way that encourages teamwork with other players.
Clear? Robin!
Be careful
You dead?
Yeah, I'm good. I killed someone.
You sure? You sure? You sure?
Yeah, he's dead. Players legitimately working together to accomplish the objective is just an awesome thing to see and be a part of. No, I'm not talking about a team deathmatch game mode where your team has to score the most kills. Sure, that's an objective, but you don't really work together in that scenario. You just run around and hope to find an enemy to shoot in the face. Players have to verbally communicate a plan before they execute it to get pretty much anywhere in these Milsim games.
Well, I think they're over there, so I'm gonna pop a smoke over there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, let's get ready. Move. Go. On me. Stay on me.
I'm staying on you.
Stay close. Remember, watch your buildings, you know how to watch buildings, don't you? Watch that door. Oh!
They're split up into squads, each squad having its own leader and objective, as well as being assigned as infantry or armor or air support. All squads can radio each other constantly to update each other on what's happening on the battlefield so that they can have as much of an advantage as possible, trying as hard as they can to stick to the original plan that they formed. Sometimes these plans are very in-depth, giving specific routes to squads and waiting for go codes from other squads before proceeding. If the plan goes bad, squad leaders can radio nearby squads to help if need be. Remember though, this is all just a video game. Plans can go horribly and have some people dying on the floor with laughter because of what stupid thing happened. Sure, you're given a realistic environment, but it doesn't mean ridiculous choices can't be made. After all, it's just a video game. Since everything is player controlled in a game like Squad, for example, things can't always be perfect. A failed grenade toss, a misfire, a flipped vehicle, these are all things that can happen, but I think they enhance the experience and the fun factor. Video games are meant to be fun, after all. So, what's the point of this video? Well, I think it's just for you to give this genre of games a shot. Sure, it'll definitely be difficult to get used to if you've only played games like Halo or Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed, but if you give it some time, you may find it a lot more fun than you thought it was going to be. I personally like the downtime before a firefight and the teamwork involved in completing a mission. It doesn't mean you'll like it too, but I think it's worth a try. Here's a list of games I used as examples of Milsim for this video. If you're feeling up to it, I encourage you to try one of them out. If you want to support me, feel free to subscribe. That way you can, keep up to date with my channel because I'll be posting more of this stuff. Alright, well, that's it for today. See you guys.